I guess nothing you can do about it. Yeah, well, what I was saying again, Dillon is looksmaxer. I don't know if you want to restart your story, but essentially he saw his
Yeah, I'll
friends.
say it again.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
go
say it
ahead.
again. Somebody clip this. So
Please.
when I was in high school, one of my friends went viral on TikTok, and I was like, "Oh, I could do that." So I just decided, like, I told everyone at my school, like my friends, I was like, "I'm gonna go viral," and then like a few days later, I just posted 3 TikToks, and the third one went viral. It got like 300K, and then it was crazy because TikTok was way easier back then. Like I
Mm-hmm.
got like 10K followers off of like that initial thing, or
Really?
like 30K followers, something crazy, and
What was the
I just
post?
posted every day. It was like a thirst trap. That was like the initial start.
Mm-hmm.
I got to like 400,000 followers doing that, and then I got banned, and then that's when I got into looks maxing because the ban like broke me. It broke me.
Oh
That's not
yeah.
actually why, but yeah, I got banned.
Yeah, I got banned like fucking 5 times. That was like a whole thing with TikTok because it was like minor safety. You know what I'm saying? Like that was always the
That's
reason I
exactly what
got banned.
happened.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it was because like I had a young face or whatever, but I was posting fitness content, just constantly getting banned. I think the first video I ever posted got like 4 million views. But I wasn't really able to become like a creator off that because like I feel like I had like anxiety, like I wasn't able to like talk to the camera. I had like no confidence at first, so I stopped that, started editing, and then I came back to it later. But no, that's really cool, and like you were probably making like some bread as well in high school through TikTok. Did you ever have people kind of judging you, calling you cringe, all that sort of thing? Because I know that's really common with people who started social media early on.
yeah, I got like disowned by like everyone, but I kind of deserved it to be honest, because I was different in the way of like when people would like diss me, I would kind of just like I didn't know what to do, so I would just like flex on them, and I would like talk about it and like do stuff even more, and it
Mm-hmm.
was like a double whammy because back then I used to make music, so it was like they would literally play my music in class. It was the
Mm-hmm.
worst, bro. It was horrible.
Yeah, so they were kind of being, rude to you, and then you kind of escalated it further. You know what I mean? I feel
I made it
like,
way worse.
yeah, that definitely does make it worse. I feel like the most disarming thing when someone is like kind of trying to talk shit to you is like literally just agreeing with them because like what are they gonna say after that? Like people will say like this or that about me, and I'll just be like okay, and then they really just stop because like
No, they do. Yeah,
feeding into it is like giving them that ammo. That's interesting though. How much were you able to make in high school through social media, if you don't mind me asking? Because this is something that I think I saw clipped of you, and I thought it was really impressive actually.
yeah. So Um, there's two things. So one is the first thing that I ever made money on. Well, one of the first things was the creativity program beta. I made like 10K a month on that, but that was light work because like everyone was doing that. I started a puka shell necklace thing where I was just like selling puka shell necklaces. That made like 10K a month. And then I started a hair care brand that I ended up losing later on, but that one did 7 figures in the first year.
Was that the sea salt spray thing?
Yeah, yeah, that was a sea salt spread. That
What
one,
happened there?
I honestly like can't even talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up losing it. But then I started this one, and it went way crazier. Simpletics is number one on Amazon, so
Jesus.
it went crazy.
If you're number one on Amazon, you're making some serious bread, bro. Holy fuck. I can only imagine. I haven't made $1 off TikTok.
You haven't made any money on TikTok?
Nah, because I'm Canadian. We don't have the any sort of program here for
No
monetization.
way. What
Yeah.
about like YouTube?
Yeah, I make money on YouTube. I mean, I make most of my money from my brand, and like fitness coaching. I
Oh,
have
okay.
but
Locked in.
honestly, bro, like I'm not really worried about like making a lot of money. I feel like a lot of kids are pressured into making money, and like I felt like that pressure too, and like I went out, I bought like a cool car, and like I started, trying to like do like more brand deals, this and that, just trying to make like certain amount of money a month, so I felt like cool, but honestly, that didn't bring me any sort of pleasure. I kind of just felt empty, and I more so just care about like making content. Like honestly, that's why I started. But like the fact that because you're posting a lot of consistent content, and I feel like it's like true to you, and on top of that, you're able to monetize that really well with, you know, obviously a sick brand. So that's really impressive, bro. Moving more into like looks maxing though, what was kind of the first thing you kind of actually let me ask you this: why did you get into it?
Yeah, so when I had gotten banned, honestly, my entire life I've always been obsessed with looks to like a weird level of like not even looks maxing, just like I would always when I was a little kid, I would always like just be like obsessed with the like way people looked, not just even myself, but like everyone. Um, so that obsession kind of just like carried over. So when I got banned, I was like, bro, screw this. I don't want to talk about like I don't want to thirst trap. Like I just want to talk about what I care about. I didn't even know what looks maxing was. So I just cared about looking better. So I literally just like all this stuff and all the stuff online about looks maxing, I had no idea about it. I was just coming up with my own stuff. So that's why I think it did well, because like I wasn't even like it was just like random stuff that I was figuring out on my own. So yeah, after I got banned, I was like I went through a breakup at the same time, and I was like I just want to look good, and I noticed a direct correlation with like the way that I looked and how I did on social media. So I was like, yeah, I need to optimize that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, by the way, is this okay audio? I changed the input.
Yeah, yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I mean, there's definitely like this was something I talked about with Clav. Like, if you look better, you're gonna be treated like a lot better in life. You know what I mean? And it's like I've actually the thing I noticed it most, like it wasn't in myself. It was actually in like girls I dated. So like the prettiest girls I dated got like a lot more like free stuff, or they got a lot more like benefit of the doubt. For example, like one of my exes, she was like really really hot, and you know, she like did a bunch of like exams like late, like it was like online, so it was like an online exam, like she got to it late, and her professor, you know, let her hand it in late and everything like that. The other girl I dated, who was like an absolute mid-range jumper, you know what I'm saying, not so much, right? So you know, I noticed it there. I also noticed it in myself, because like, you know, like you said earlier, you were down bad when I was fucking down bad. You know what I'm saying? No one was, you know, giving me compliments. No one was, you know, going out of their way to be nice to me. I'm not saying I'm fucking super good looking now, but just looking better, it's a clear difference for sure. So I definitely see that side of things. And then as far as performance on social media, I feel like it's kind of required for you to be at least like, I mean, I wouldn't say you have to be like beautiful or anything, but if you're ugly, it's a huge disadvantage, because if you think about how the algorithm works, it's watch time, right? So you're not going to want to sit there and watch someone who's like hurting your eyes, essentially, you know what I'm saying? Unless they're like super fucking funny. But then again, how many people are actually like that? So you're right, it's super important.
Yeah, literally what you were saying, what I teach now and like what I'm really getting into teaching and like talking about, I've kind of like held back. I'm not gonna lie, seeing Clav is making me like let loose again. But there's like a threshold of looks where once you pass this threshold, your life gets significantly better. So like if I had to like give it a rating, if you're like below average or like average, so like 5 or 4 out of 10, your life is like significantly worse than if you were literally just slightly above average. So like watch time on social media, success with like girls are like the lowest tier thing that you get when you look better. It's everything else that's important when it comes to looking good. So like social media, making money, like anything that you do that makes money, you have to talk and communicate with people. So that's why your looks matter so much. It's not even about like the girls or anything. So like, yeah, you have to be at the threshold. If you're not at the threshold, your life genuinely is like going to be so much harder.
100%, bro. Question for you. You've gone from, you know, you said you were down bad to like looking a lot better. You've also gone from, I don't know if you're broke or not, but less money to having like a lot of money, I would assume. Which has been like a more pronounced difference for your life? And like, I know you're going to say looks, but I just wanted to ask the question.
Oh, no, money 100%.
Oh,
not even close.
shit! Damn! Damn!
Bro, I
So
was
money's
poor,
more important
bro.
then. Money's more important then.
I would say money's more important. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh my gosh, yeah. Cuz I grew up like genuinely like my household cooked, absolutely cooked, like bad. It was really bad. So like making money, the change from where I was, it was like a maximum difference. My looks like improved, but like not like that level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. What was the first thing you like tried to optimize when it came to like actually looks maxing?
Oh, it was my hair. So the first thing I did that really like went crazy is I got a perm. My hair's like pinpoint straight. Even now I have a little bit of a perm.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did it, it went like mega viral. I got in like New York Times, Wall Street Journal, like all the biggest news publications.
Fuck.
It started like a nationwide trend of like guys getting perms.
Oh, but
Um,
that was you. It wasn't Bryce
yeah.
Hall.
No,
I thought it
what
was
people
Bryce
say it was
Hall.
Bryce Hall. Well, I won't even claim that it was me, but New York Times said it was me and Wall Street Journal.
So,
But
so it was you then.
I guess I don't know. I won't even say, but I think it was. But yeah, that was like a huge change in my looks, like huge. My hair was cooked, and that's also why I did the salt spray, because like, the salt spray didn't come out because I was like, oh, I need to make money. It came out because I got a perm, and then I started using it, like making my own, and people were literally asking me like, how did my hair go from that to that? And I was like, well, these two things, and then yeah,
Feel you. Yeah. How's the volume on this? Is it
it's good.
okay? My
It's good.
chat's like tripping me out. I'm not gonna trip too much. Okay, cool, man. Well, question for you: have you been in the gym? Do you like work out? Because like a lot of these new age, we'll call them the new age looks maxers. They're also roiders. They take a lot of shit that bodybuilders would take, and that's kind of like more my expertise. Because like I'm really not a bodybuilder either, but when I discovered like what bodybuilders were doing, I was like, yo, this, because I personally think the opportunity cost to become a 300-pound bodybuilder is crazy. Like if you do that, like in my opinion, unless you're like trying to go Mr. Olympia, like you're retarded. Like there's actually some people I know who are trying to get to like 275 pounds lean, and they're not like competing or anything. Like in my opinion, like you're like sick in the head because the amount of drugs you have to do. But there's some things that bodybuilders do, like taking, let's say, 250 mgs of testosterone, or some of these other things, using Cialis for, your bedroom gains, you know what I'm saying, and able to fucking fuck your girl better. Like these are things that I wanted to implement in my life. So have you been, in the gym, kind of like Clav, or like doing things of that nature? What are your thoughts on the gym?
Bro, I was obsessed with the gym for like years, but then I came to the realization, I was wasting a lot of time because most people just train suboptimally, so like they don't actually get gains, and their diet's bad or something. So like I love the gym. I wouldn't roid. Actually, I think the people who like try to get huge are like, I call them like stone agers. Like they're in the stone age of like they don't understand like how anything works. So like I hopping on steroids, I wouldn't personally do it, but I'm not against it necessarily. I wouldn't push it on anyone, but like I think it's like fine. But like the people who do that, it's like genuinely like, yeah, like what are you doing? But I think the gym is where it all started. It's just nowadays I kind of realize like the gym is great, but it's not gonna make a marginal life difference unless like you're making content on it for the most part. Or for like I guess like mental health and stuff like that, like it's good.
I
But
don't know
yeah,
about that, because looking at your physique, I feel like there's a lot of room for you to grow, and it wouldn't
so
really
much, yeah.
it wouldn't really eat into your productivity or anything. Like, yeah, for sure, getting to a certain point, like if I were to get any bigger, I would get diminishing returns on like my time, on my productivity, because like I'm already 225, and like I'm not like shredded or anything, but I'm like kind of lean, right? So it's like if I want to push it, like it's gonna just be a lot of like meal prep and things like that. I don't really have time for it right now. Again, like you said, maybe if I was making content on it, it'd make more sense. But dude, I literally think if you just went to the gym like 5 times a week and ate like more protein, you'd probably like look a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
No,
But,
I agree. I optimize for that already. Like I eat over 1 gram of like protein per pound of body weight already. I stay in like a calorie deficit though because I want to be lean, or like maintenance or a little bit of a deficit. But the thing is, I don't really train that much, so that's my one thing. The thing is, diet has like sustained me very well. Not like my physique, but like my face, which is why I guess I care about that. But like I think I think you're right. I think I should get into it honestly, because I feel like if I got jacked, it'd just give me way more credibility.
Yeah, what does your diet look like right now? Because one thing I notice is like a lot of guys, you said this earlier with the double chin thing, like some guys are lean, but they have a bit of a double chin. And that could be attributed to a few things. I actually have that myself, and I notice it's from like if I eat a lot of sodium and I have water retention, what do you do and what should guys be looking to do if they want to have a really like chiseled suck down face and not have that double chin even if they're like an appropriate body fat?
It's obviously getting really lean, but everyone knows that. But also, your electrolyte balance needs to be right. So if you're consuming way too much sodium, it's gonna cause issues and make you really bloated. So you need to increase your potassium intake. So like, for example, like Prime, the drink has like really high potassium and like lower sodium. So drinking something like that, coconut water, eating bananas, whatever, that'll make an instant difference. But for like the issue is that people who are really really lean who still have a double chin, there's two things. One, genetically, you probably just have bad fat stores. But also you could literally just have like a low hyoid bone, which is something that's like almost uncurable, other than the thing I mentioned earlier, which is like the rapid mouth opening where you like, other than that, like you're kind of cooked.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's something I thought would be good to ask you because I feel like a lot of guys don't know that, you know what I mean? And I feel like fucking
They think that double chin is like, bro, double chin is so much like genetic for a lot of people, especially if you don't have forward growth in your face. So like
yeah.
a lot of people have a recessed chin, and that just like cooks it. Like you're gonna have a double chin even if you get insanely lean.
Yeah, my chin is pretty fat, and like I don't even know how I got that because like yo, I was like an insane mouth. I actually can't breathe out of my nose like to this day. I've never been able to.
You can't?
No.
That kills your facial development.
Yeah, so
Like
imagine
yeah.
because I don't think it's too bad. So imagine if I didn't, you know what I mean? If I like had
Yeah,
like,
no,
normal breathing.
it would be like insane because like, yeah, when you breathe through your mouth, it literally causes like a droopy face and like the recessed chin thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so some motherfuckers be having some ugly ass chins and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I wonder, yeah, that's fucked. Sorry if you have that, my bad. But switching up, diet, you mentioned diet. Someone with quite the interesting diet is Santa Cruz Medicinals. Okay, I'm gonna bring him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I've been seeing some rumblings on TikTok. Him and Cookie King, him talking about you, the Santa Cruz fucking house or whatever the fuck. But one thing I wanted to ask you about, because I've been seeing this online, is a lot of people are saying Santa Cruz uses you guys for clout and actually doesn't care about your well-being. What are your thoughts on that? Because he seems like a genuine guy to me, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe some of the clips can be misinterpreted. What are your thoughts on that, Mr. Dillon?
I don't think Santa Cruz uses us for clout. I think like any like okay. I think he gets a little bit fed up with like how unlocked in like Cookie King is. Cause like we'll go like days and days of like conditioning of like, bro, just please lock in. And then next thing you know, like we'll walk in Cookie King's room and he'll have like boxes of crumble cookie and like he'll be passed out at like 7 p.m.
Damn.
Like and he'll be waking up at like 8 p.m. and stuff. So like I think Santa Cruz gets fed up, but I don't think he uses us for clout.
Okay.
I think there's like a good trade off though. I think it's like a fair trade.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because like to be honest, I thought all that stuff was just scripted. Because it's not. Nah, you're.
Oh,
lying,
you gotta see. I wish you could see what happens off camera because I won't even mention it because Cookie's like, we don't even talk about it, bro. What gets caught on camera is like the least of it. It's way worse than what you see on camera. Like Cookie King is not real. I'm telling you.
Well,
We were saying this.
in that case, I feel like he probably needs a different sort of methodology to fucking get through to him. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously what's been happening isn't working. No, but I'm serious because like I have friends like him, like a lot of friends like him, and usually like if you're begging them to lock in, like it makes them not want to do it even more. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of have to.
Oh, that's true.
They kind of have to figure it out on their own, honestly. So like I almost like wouldn't even bother, to be honest. Like just lead by example, and eventually he'll just like he's a smart guy, bro. He'll eventually lock in if that's on the
The
table.
only person who could get Cookie King to lock in, his name is Mr. Belmar. I don't know who
Oh
knows this
shit!
in here,
Oh
but Mr.
shit!
Belmar is the only person who could get him to lock in.
He should coach Cookie King, for sure.
He will. We met him in real life. I think he's gonna do it.
Bro, it's actually crazy, like, the amount, because I didn't know who that was until Cookie King, you know what I'm saying? And his content is so, like, it's literally just shit posting, but it's so addictive to watch. Like, I don't understand what goes through Cookie King's brain to create some of this content, but, like, he's low-key talented as fuck, bro, because, like, I know a lot of motherfuckers who just watch him religiously. Like, I rather watch Cookie King than an actual, like, television show with, like, fucking producers and editors and fucking famous actors. Like, I literally just rather watch him make fun of fucking Luke Belmar, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, Cookie is so like the thing with Cookie is he like is not real. Like he's just not a real human. Like the way he acts with anything. I think that's why it's so interesting because it's not like he's putting on like a show. Like that's the part people don't understand. It's not like it's more real than you would understand, bro. It's more real than you. It's like if you meet him in person, it's like life altering because of like how he like acts like that in real life.
Okay, this guy's just spamming my chat, and I have no idea how to ban him, to be honest. Well, I'll just ban him. Okay, he's been banned. Poor guy. All right. What would you rate him facially? We'll get into this because I know this is clippable content right here. So if we were to look at Cookie King's facial aesthetics as a looks-maxing god, what would you rate him? And I know the comments are going to be like two grown men rating another man. It's just for content.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, look, Cookie King, the people don't understand. He's actually highly attractive. The issue is that he's not locked in at all. So his potential, like where he could be, is literally I would say like 8 to 8.5. Like he's like Giga Chad material. The thing is, he crashes out so hard that like he like descends himself. But the thing is, the reason he's able to post what he posts and get away with it is because he looks so good and people just like don't understand it. So I would say even with his descension and like cooking himself, he's probably like 6.5 or 7 right now, but he could be like an 8, like 8.5, which is like, by the way, insane.
How
like
tall
top
is he?
tier.
I can't even tell because I know when y'all linked up with Sam Zia, he's doing one of them ones where he says he's shorter than he is. You know what I'm saying? He looks about 6'3" in videos.
Cookie King's 5'10. Nah, Cookie King's that he says he's I might keep that a mystery actually. I'll keep that a mystery. Let's just say he's 5'10.
Okay, Cookie King is 5'10", so
He's 5'10", and then Sam Zia says he's like 6'1", but Cookie King's like 2 inches taller than Sam Zia. So like it just doesn't add up. I don't know.
yeah, that's that.
I think Sam Zia's 5'8".
I used to tell people I was like 5'11", and I'd stand next to my friends who claim 6 foot, and like they just get mad. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic if you want to ruin someone's day. Very effective. If you're over 6'4", say you're like 6 foot, and then stand next to a motherfucker who's short. That's suicide fuel for sure. Okay, so what would you rate yourself, by the way? Curious.
I've been making so many videos on this. Okay, I would say facially, I'm like a 5.5. Now, this is the thing that people get so wrong. So like when I say that, it sounds like I'm dissing myself, but I'm really not. I actually think that's quite good. I just think the average looks are so inflated with like what people actually say. It's like I'm very happy with that, but I think realistically, maximum like 6, but I would say like 5.5.
So what would an average person be in that case?
Well, no, an average person is a 5. It's just
So you're 0.5 more attractive than the average person facially?
yeah, I would say so.
So
Like 6. I would say 6 max though.
how can you give looks maxing advice if you're only half a point higher than the average person with all this looks maxing experience? 2 years of looks maxing.
Well, first off,
I think
it goes to
I think
show.
you're clip farming.
I'm genuinely
You
not.
are.
I've been
Look at your face, man.
not clip farming. This is
Yeah.
not clip farm.
Bro, if you're a
No,
5.5, then I'm like a 2, bro. Come on.
I think the average person is very, very slightly above average. Like people don't understand. Like, the average good
How can
looking
the
person,
average person be slightly above average? Okay, let's
bro, it's
get
because
to the bottom of this.
I'm telling you, the most like attractive people on the planet, like Cookie King, are like 8 or 9 out of 10s. Like you don't see 10 out of 10s. It's non-existent. So think about this. 10 out of 10s practically don't exist. Practically non-existent. 8 or 9s are like 0.001%. Then you have like 6 7s, and that's like highly attractive. And then like in between 5 and 6, that's where most people lie who are attractive. That's the part that people miss.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that, but I think you're downplaying yourself a little bit for the clip. That's all. But yeah, man, I mean, that's
I don't
funny as
think.
fuck. So, would you ever get like surgery to enhance your average face here? Would you get surgery?
Okay, my mind has changed on this recently, and it might have something to do with Clav. But I would never push it on anyone. But I'm not against it. Actually, I'm not against doing it to myself. I would be the guinea pig. I would get a masseter implant, a chin implant, cheekbones, like the whole thing. Like at this point, like I don't really. I feel like it would be an investment, and it would be good to like either set a bad example or ascend myself. You know,
Right.
because like, either way, it's a win-win.
So what would be the likelihood that you actually go through with something like that?
At this point, kind of like it's on the higher end. It's on the higher end. I would say I would say it's like a 45 to 50% chance I would do it.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, man. I mean, like at the end of the day, so every lifter that I know, they've considered steroids. Even if they say they haven't, they wonder what would it be like, right? So it's interesting when like looksmaxers talk about surgery, things of that nature, because it's kind of similar, right? And like in the early days, you never consider it. You're cool with doing your hair, fixing like your face like naturally, doing skincare, things like that. But as you get more advanced, there's less and less things to optimize and improve. And as men, this is my personal belief, you know, we love to just constantly improve, right? And so even if there isn't like necessarily like a big flaw that's like holding us back, like it is to us, right? And we just want to be perfect, you know? So I really see that parallel with looks maxing, but I wanted to say this on the last pod, but I think one thing that's like really powerful and like people don't really consider is the fact that like like having the confidence and security to just be like, this is how I am at the end of the day. I've done everything in my power to improve, and like this is just like the result, and being secure in that is low-key more attractive than just being like, oh, I'm gonna get surgery, in my opinion. And I feel like more people
Okay.
I feel like more people will gravitate towards you in that sense.
Yeah, so okay, the reasoning behind it is actually not what people think. This is the issue. The reason you would do it is not because like the average person, like if they maximize their looks, a lot of them do it for girls. You'll be able to get girls if you're just slightly above average. But doing this, the difference is the amount of like attention you'll get on social media and the amount of like, I just feel like people don't understand. And like I said, I would never promote surgery, but like for someone like me, if I were to do that, like it would literally just separate me from like anyone, like really just out, because nobody talks about it. Nobody does it. Nobody's real. People just lie. And I think you should accept yourself. But I also think doing it is kind of like it's like an addiction to an extent. It's like an addiction to like fix your face. And once you really look into like the black pill and all that, it really like it definitely deteriorates your mental state. But I'm actually not self-conscious at all. So like if I did it, it would solely be for the purpose of like essentially like virality and just testing it to see what would happen. Like
so surgery for content. What if you become chopped though? What if they fuck you up, man?
that's the main deterrent. If I
You'd
could
have some
snap
good
my
content
fingers.
though. You'd have some good content though. If you
If I
just
could
were
snap
getting
my
chopped?
fingers and the result was good, I would probably do it. But the risk is the number one deterrent. Because if you get chopped, it would genuinely, like, to an extent, ruin your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get chopped by surgery, it's very different than just being chopped. You legitimately, like, looks like you become uncanny. So, like, you go from being a person who's like normal in society to somebody who's genuinely like subhuman. So if it goes wrong, it
Subhuman.
will ruin your life, like genuinely.
What would a subhuman rating be if the 5 out of 10 is average, right? What would a subhuman be? Would that be a 1? Would that be a 2?
Subhuman, probably like below a 3.
Interesting.
Below a
So
3 is
so
like,
that would be what percent of the world is a subhuman? If you were to go on the subway or go to Walmart, how many subhumans are you seeing?
if you think about it, it's probably the same amount of people who are over a 7 out of 10. So like,
Mm,
I would say probably 5% of the world.
5% of
5%.
the world's
I mean, I
subhuman.
saw Cap
Should
said that Lacey was basically subhuman, which
mhm.
it's like I don't
should
actually
they
necessarily
should they get human rights or no? What do you think? Should they have access to clean
yeah,
drinking water?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they're
Okay, wait.
subhuman though.
Here's what I'll say. That's the one thing I wouldn't be toxic about. I feel genuinely bad for those people. Like
Mm.
genuinely, at the bottom of my heart, dude, I feel so bad for those people. Like I could joke about it, but I can't even joke about it.
With,
Like,
with that being said, though,
knowing what I know,
I feel like most men, I'd say like, okay, so there's some people who, yeah, they might be a 3 out of 10, but of those people, I'd say most of them could achieve like an average to above average like male existence with like other things, right? So if they go to the gym, if they like improve their style, if they fucking do a bit of looks maxing, if they get their money right, most importantly, if they're fucking cool guy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the
yeah,
most important thing. I feel like, bro, like the I feel like the looks like enhance who you are for sure, but you still gotta be that motherfucker like in the first place. You gotta be like a cool fucking person. I don't know. I feel like people like motherfuckers will say that's cope in the looks maxing community, but it's like, have you ever like regardless of how like attractive someone is, yeah, you might be initially brought in by that, but you're not gonna stay if they're fucking boring you to death. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're like trying to have sex with them or something, then yeah, okay, but that's a completely different thing than what we're talking
yeah.
about.
I'm gonna be real. I don't actually agree with most of the people who say like it's looks or it's over. Looks, the way I see it, and the comparison I use now is attraction just equals ease of life. So it's just gonna be harder.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not impossible, and I would never give up. Like I think your life could be like genuinely like peak even if you're not attractive. Like you don't have to be. It literally is just I just think attraction is the gateway to ease. Like how easy do you want it to be?
Mm-hmm.
It just becomes significantly easier. So, but yeah, bro, honestly, I agree. I think it also just comes down to like what you value. Cause like if you really think about it, you only really exist in your own head. So if you're happy doing whatever it is, living in a van or something, whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
like no, I'm being serious though. Like, bro, you could be more happy than the average person living like that if in your head you consider that like happiness. So
Yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah.
I disagree
100%.
with the whole like looks. Oh, it's over for you. I will never say it's over. That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's over for you. Like shut up,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like that actually makes me mad.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, there's when I was really into like getting into entrepreneurship and trying to make all this money and stuff like that, like I encountered a lot of people who were like super toxic towards like those who weren't like super motivated to making like fucking 10K plus a month or like 100K a month, and really not treating like other people with respect. But it's like, yo, if you shift your perspective, like you can have like an amazing existence without any like material thing, without any of these kind of, you know, what's the term, just like the stuff that like leaves you when you die, you know what I mean, like like the looks, money, like fucking how many girls you fucked on the weekend, like, you know, at the end of the day, like that's not that's not a definition of who you are, right? So yeah, no, I see where you're coming from on that for sure. I think this whole looks maxing community is like super fucking interesting though. I do genuinely think though, like you were saying earlier, like it's important to fucking try to look good just for like a quality of life thing. By the way, guys, I will be streaming gambling. If you guys want access to $1,000 that I'm giving away at the end of the stream, you gotta stay till the end. We're just doing a little interview with Dillon here, and then we're gonna be moving on. This is the first stream on Kick, so follow. Right now, with Dillon, the looksmaxing GOAT, I'm gonna have him rate, from your suggestion, some influencers, okay? So this could be a looksmaxer, actor, TikToker,
Oh
Instagram
gosh.
person, whoever. So type in the chat who you want him to rate, and he's gonna give them their looksmaxing rating. I'm gonna start it off here. What would you rate Marlon? And Marlon's gonna see these clips and
Marlon?
be like, "Why does Connor keep asking?" But it's because he's the fucking talk of the town right now. So
Okay, I think are we talking facially or in general, like Marlon?
let's give a rating facially and then an SMV. You know what that is, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Facially, Marlon is like in the upper echelon of people. He's like an 8 to an 8.5. Like that's just like pretty dead set. And then SMV, bro, he's like a 9 to like a he's pushing a 10. He's like a 9 to 9.5. Like you can't get much better. Like look at there's not a girl that wouldn't go for him. There's not a guy that wouldn't want to be like friends with him. Like it's just insane. So yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the chat says rate Archie. I think I know who that is, but I'm not
Archie.
entirely sure. What would you
Okay.
give him a rating?
Dude, Archie's such a mogger. Oh my gosh. Okay. Archie's like a mogger, bro. Archie is bro, probably 8.5 to like 8.5. I would say 8.5 to 9 facially, which once again, I'll actually no. I'm gonna be specific. 8.5. He is like upper echelon, but in a different way than Marlon. He's Marlon's like the sort of Chad light archetype, and Archie's more of the pretty boy, like robust pretty boy archetype. Yeah, Archie's like very very attractive, and he's a model, so it makes sense.
For sure, for sure.
Friends with him actually, so not glazing because we're friends, but
Someone said he's a 6. I don't think
a
that's the
6.
case.
Okay.
Let's do no one suggested this in the chat, but let's do Clav just for the clip. What would you rate clavicular?
Clav. That's actually really hard. I was actually looking at his face a lot yesterday, trying to like analyze this.
Yeah.
Clav?
Wow. This is so gay, but it's funny.
I think Clav is I think Clav is a 6.5 to a 7, which is like very good once again. Very like Mauger. Like he's I would say 7. I would say 7, like dead set. Which once again is like pretty high tier. Yeah, he looks good.
Interesting. So when you look at someone's face, right, to get a rating, how does that come together? Is there more emphasis on like a certain part of your face? Is it like, does your eye color come into effect? Like I know it's a mix of everything, but what are the most important things?
Yeah, you gotta have the mandibular projection, the zygos, the orbicularis oculi. No, okay, wait. Let me lock in. The things that actually matter realistically is facial harmony, so which is very hard to gauge, but essentially how well do your features fit together? If someone has a massive nose but they have the face that fits it, it'll look good. But if I were to specify, I would say eye area, so like the shape of your eyes is very important. Almond eyes with a low upper eyelid exposure. So your upper eyelids, the less that they show, the more attractive you're going to be. For guys specifically, their eyebrows are very important. Dark, thick eyebrows is what you want. And then
Thanks, man.
and then another feature that's very important is your jaw as a guy specifically. So your masseters, these muscles right here in the corners, if you have like well-developed masseters with a wide set jaw and a wide set chin as well, that combine that the eyes with the jaw like that, it's just over. And by the way, what you were saying about you were like, thank you, eyebrows. eyebrows are like the easiest thing to improve, like easiest.
Yeah,
So yeah, you can
I just
you could
don't have
ascend with
them.
you could ascend. No, that's the thing. You actually do. You could easily ascend them very easily. That's like the
Yeah,
easiest
so
thing.
I used to have like I used to dye my hair darker, and like obviously like it would be weird to have like different color hair and different color eyebrows, so I just dyed my eyebrows too. I looked way better, but the thing is like I'm so lazy, like I just don't want to do it. But when I dye my hair again, I guess I will, because I do that sometimes. People are saying Coach Greg. What are we
Rate
thinking
Coach Greg.
on Coach Greg?
Dude, he's like my guilty pleasure, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the zesty comments.
We got
Dude.
870 viewers right now, by the way.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
I binge Coach Greg. Like I genuinely I love his content. But are they saying to rate him? Like rate him or are they
Yeah, rate him. Let's go Face and SMV. And he's like really rich too, so I like consider that as well.
Yeah, I know that. Okay, Coach. The thing is like okay, the biggest issue and I never so I'm not like one of those looks maxers that holds us against. The biggest issue is his age. He looks really good, I would say. Realistically, I actually think we sit around the same area. Not with his age, I would say that's hard, bro. That's hard.
You just gotta rate him, man.
He looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say I gotta be honest though. Let me just be very honest with this. Okay, let me think. I'll just say 5.5. Which, by the way, is good. It's good. That's like a good rating. Like people think that you're dissing. They're so like people's brains. If I was going based on like the average person rating, I'd be like, oh, 7. Because that's like 7 or 7.5. Like, but me saying that is like the equivalent. So yeah. Then SMB, because he's rich and all that, I would say like 8. 8, which is by the way outstanding.
My boy Greg, I gotta rate him a 10. I'm biased. People
Dude,
are
it's
saying
so hard. It's
people are
easy to
saying
go.
rate Shan. Do you know who that is? You might not know who he is.
I do know Sham actually.
Well, let's hear it.
I haven't seen a picture of him in a long time.
You can just go on your phone, or if you don't want to rate him, we could just skip to the next person.
Skip.
Okay. Someone says, "Oh, this is actually an interesting one." Bradley Martin.
Okay. So Bradley Martin is funny. He literally has like the Giga Chad face, which is so funny. He literally just looks like Giga Chad. Literally like facially, his hair cooks him. I hate to say it, his hair cooks him.
Yeah, but he's got the hat on though. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. But we're looking at the face, bro. Honestly,
but what if
I
he's
would
got
say
that shit fused to his head though? You know what I'm saying? Like he put some like glue on that shit.
hat fused to his head, into the fate of the universe on the line. I'm gonna have to say, I would say 7, 6.57. People, the looksmaxing community is gonna disagree with me. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Bradley Martin's cooked." He's not cooked. He is like literally the Giga Chad face. So I would say like 7, which is like same as Clav.
Yeah, he's actually a really good looking dude, and he's like tall too. He's like 6'3"
And
or
it's
something.
so, bro. It actually annoys me so bad that when people see this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's underrating," but they just don't know the right scale. So like, 7 is insanely good. Yeah, he's really good. He literally just like, bro, literally just Giga Chad. Yeah.
People, they keep asking Cookie King. You said his like potential. Remind me what his actual rating was, and then let's get an SMV for the Jester Maxer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Cookie. Let's see. Okay, if I'm a 5.5, I think that Cookie is a 6 or 6.5. Okay, 6. I'll 6 because he's not locked in. 6. I'll say 6. Okay. I think Cookie King is more attractive than me. I'm being so serious when I say this. I'm not joking.
He is really good looking. Yeah.
He is very, very good looking. SMV, I would say it's like a negative SMV at this point because he's like such a jester.
You think he has a
No, but
negative?
girls are like into that. So he has the old. So it depends what.
I actually know girls who like have a crush on him. Like they like ask me because like one day a girl saw like she was like looking at my shit and was like, "Yo, Cookie King follows you. Like, can you put me on? And I was like, I don't know him, so I can't like ask, you know what I mean? But like,
This is
fucking,
how it always, dude.
they're
This is where
asking
it
stuff.
always, bro.
Cause
It always
she
goes
was
back.
saying crazy shit. She was like, "Yo, I watch his TikToks every day. Like, I want to have his kids, this and that. Like, I want him to like fuck me, like and like nutting me and shit." I was like, "Damn," you know what I'm saying? Shout out Sarah, you know what I'm saying?
Dude. This is the thing about like the whole looks thing, bro. When you think about it, guys are just like brain dead when it comes to this. Cookie King is highly attractive. Like, why do you think these girls want Cookie King, bro? They don't want Duke Dennis. They want Cookie King. I'd actually rate Cookie King over Duke Dennis. I'm dead serious.
What would you? Yo. Okay, so, fucking, I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't understand the Duke Dennis hype whatsoever. He literally just looks like a guy. Like he doesn't.
It's
like,
a meme. It's like a bro. It's
Nah,
not
but,
even
but,
like.
but girls like low key are like, I don't know if it's like a psyop or something. Like fucking the government is like trying to trick everyone into think he's good looking or something. Like he's not ugly, definitely not. He's definitely better looking than I am. But I'm just saying like, it's not like to the point where you should be making edits of the fucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Okay, it goes back to the thresholds thing that I was saying. So once you hit a certain looks threshold, you get considered like attractive and whatnot, and he hits that like threshold, but it's everything else that actually makes people say that he's so attractive. It's like his money, his quote unquote aura, his frame, like he's big. So like he's I would say he's slightly above average, in the face, but realistically, it's just everything else, which kind of goes against like the looks max pill of like, oh, it's all like, because realistically, it's everything else. That's the reason. It's not actually his face that people go
What if
crazy
he, like,
over.
slipped and fell and like cut his knee open and started crying? Would he like lose aura for that? Yo, if there's ever footage of some shit like
He'd
that
find a way
happening
to-
to him, like it's over, bro.
Dude, he'd find a way to make it work. Like, I don't think he would lose aura. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. I think you should go up against Cookie King because I think Cookie King mogs in that scenario.
So,
But
someone make an edit. Mog battle, Cookie King versus Duke Dennis. Let's see it.
yeah. Somebody please do that.
Yo, Chad, if you guys want Dylan to rate someone, I'm not gonna fucking rate anyone because like I don't even know, to be honest. Do you have any questions like for me or anything, or just do you want to just react to the chat?
So the thing is, when I saw you, I was like, oh, this dude's chill, and I've seen clips of you, but I knew nothing about you really up until that stream. I just saw clips, and I was like, this dude's. I love the gym niche, bro. It's like so. It's like my home. Like even though it's not my content.
We don't really have like a lot of good creators though. Like I found it. I don't know. Like the gym is like it's weird because it's a super like saturated niche. Like way more than looksmaxing. You know what I'm saying? There's also like a low barrier to entry, so that really contributes to it. But like, there's not like I haven't like blown up. Like I'm not like super like big or anything, but like I'm like on like the tipping point, and like I really truly feel like it didn't really take like that much like work for that to even happen. Like it was literally like 2 months of like making videos and like hiring clippers, and that was literally all it really took. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I feel like you have the personality though. Like, I don't know if you don't see it, but like you just seem like, bro, literally when I see you, I just like it's like a perfect fit, if that makes sense. Like it's not gonna be like that for other people.
I'm just the stereotypical douchebag, bro. Nah, but I'd say one thing, guys, if you are interested in becoming a creator, like be like a real person. Like I don't necessarily mean like, oh, be yourself all the time. Like right now, like me and Dylan, we're trying to like entertain you guys. We understand like we're trying to get clips and everything, but at the same time, like I'm not trying to like put on this like whole persona. Like be like yourself, but be like the most entertaining version of yourself. But what that comes back to, in my opinion, is just like sharing like actual experiences and like fucking going and like doing things and like not being this like kind of like, you know, those motherfuckers who try and be influencers but like they have nothing to say. Like the reason people find me entertaining is because I say shit, but the only way I was able to come about having these thoughts is because I went out and I did shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I talk about like the club, it's because I worked as a bouncer for years, so I have commentary on that because of my life experience. So don't think like, I don't know. I'm fucking yapping, to be honest. I don't know where it's going with that.
No,
but try to be
you're
like
right.
a fucking complete person. You get what I'm saying though, right?
I think people just like real. People like real, and you can tell when somebody's doing social media just to make it a lot of times because you don't. There's no like passion behind it.
Yeah. Can you explain the I don't like the gym because it hurts? What is that?
Yeah. So, FitX Fearless, he actually lives in my building.
No,
He's a
does he actually?
yeah. He's like right below me.
You should ask him to fucking collab. That'd be so funny.
Dude, I saw him in the elevator and he like side-eyed the shit out of me. I don't think he messes with me.
Oh, why?
It's not that he doesn't mess with me. It's not that he doesn't. He just doesn't mess with the little kids. That's literally how he says it. And he sees me as a little kid. But yeah. So Fit is like this. He's like a fitness coach. He was on a stream and this guy joined and he's like, bro, I need advice. And he's like, I don't like working out because it hurts. And like Fit just like roasted him. So now Cookie King took that like mantra and he it's like the Cookie King slang.
Dude,
now.
I respect FitX Fearless, but like to be honest, like his advice on his streams are fucking it's so shit. Like he tells you to take off your shirt and then he just like says like, oh, you have a bad body. If you happen to have a good body, he's like, oh, you just need to make more money. Like what kind of fucking advice is that? You know what I mean? And that's like every single person. Like, bro, try and be, like, more specific, I feel like. What would you rate him, though? What would you rate him?
Oh, gosh. I don't even know if I want to do that because he's going to
Please,
see it
man,
and he's
for the clip, bro. For the clip.
Okay. All right. Facially, I would say like a 5.3, which is good.
Damn.
Like
really?
I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, that's good. That's
like
good.
dark chocolate, Dylan. Nah, I'm playing.
Whoa, no, not true because I actually there's definitely a lot of that archetype of Mauger.
Yeah, absolutely. Not Duke Dennis though. You like black girls, Dylan? You invited to the cookout? I'm invited to the cookout. I'll tell you that much.
I'm invited. No, I'm invited to the cookout. I mean, I like all girls. I don't have a preference in that way.
Yeah, it's so true, man. I hate when people are like, "Yo, I can't understand when people are like, oh, I don't like this like type of girl." Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's fucking hot girls like for every country, every background. Like, I don't know. I'm the least discriminatory person when it comes to fucking girls. I will probably fuck you. If you got a pulse.
I mean, bro, so is Cookie. He's like obsessed with like dark chocolate, I guess is the term you
used.
Is
that right? Nah, he doesn't seem like the type. Is he really?
Bro, he's a man of mystery.
Yeah. Did he fuck with who's the black character in Total Drama Island? Did you ever watch Total Drama Island?
Yeah, I did, bro.
I had a crush on Gwen. Gwen was bae. You ever jerk off?
I can't remember the names of the characters.
What?
Wait, what'd you say?
I didn't say anything. What do you mean?
I can't remember the names of I feel like I missed something there.
Nah.
I can't remember the names of the characters of those of the thing, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. What were you like? What were you like as a kid? Were you like don't like get mad at me for saying this, but it seems like you were like one of those kids who like with a lot of energy who was like kind of annoying, you know, but like didn't mean anything by it. Was that you?
You know, I would say like kind of, but not really. Like I rarely like annoyed people. Mm-hmm. I would say right now I'm in like the state of mind of like I'm actually kind of like isolated right now. So I would say in general, like in my current state, I'm actually more like that than I was when I was younger.
Yeah. Chat said I called you autistic. I'm not saying he's autistic. I'm not saying that.
No, I never got that vibe, or like people never told me that.
Yeah,
surprisingly.
100%. What's next for you, right? Because obviously you're doing like the looksmaxing shit, but it seems like you're trying to take your content and your career to like the next level. So kind of what does that look like?
Bro, I kind of want to. I'm working on like a group type thing. Like I'm probably gonna do a community because that's something I've been interested in for a long time, where I can actually like my mind.
I like it. Now I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
No.
We will talk about that, but continue.
Realistically, bro, I've come to the realization that like I want to make a ton of money outside of just my content. so that I can actually do content that I like. So I think my personal brand is going to be on TikTok, where I'm actually being myself, and then on like YouTube and stuff, I want to literally like just run business, and not really like I don't really
Just
care
drive
personal
traffic
brand on YouTube.
to your
Oh,
fucking
whatever. Yeah, yeah.
page.
So that, because if I make enough from that, I don't actually have to. I can be real, if that makes sense. Like you can't be real if you have to make money one way. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
No,
how I'm running it. I
100%.
just yeah.
Yeah, no, what are your thoughts on, because I feel like all these influencers now, like, they're doing, like, high-ticket coaching. So, guys, if you're unaware, a lot of your favorite influencers, myself included, are saying, DM me coach for coaching on this or that. They're basically selling, like, mentorship or coaching for, like, a lot of money. So they'll charge anywhere from, like, $1,000 to, like, say, $5,000. I've even seen people charge as much as $5,000 just for like one-on-one access to them. And the problem with that is a lot of the time, you know, they're not really delivering on that value. So if you're charging $5,000 for a product, typically you're expecting equivalent value or more ideally. But a lot of these coaches, you know, they're just taking money and they're giving you some bullshit course where you don't actually learn anything. Have you been seeing that? Have you been noticing that trend more? Because I've definitely been seeing it. And honestly,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
that's why I stick with fitness coaching more so, because it's like, it's not esoteric. I feel like if I sold like a course or something and promised some result, like, how do you even quantify that? If I'm telling you, oh, you're going to blow up on social media, like, what does blowing up look like? Is it a million views? Is it 10 million views? Like, what does it look like, right? So, what are your thoughts on that?
I think you just need to be specific, and also I don't think there's any like right price, because if somebody paid you $1 million to lose 10 pounds of fat, for example, like you can't. That's literally up to them. Like, what is it worth to them?
Sorry,
So for the amount of money, I think it literally just comes down to the result. The only way it's a scam is if they don't get the result for the amount they paid. Because if they paid it, they consciously chose to pay whatever amount. So yeah, more people are doing it, and I think a lot of scammers are out there. But I think it gets a bad rep because it's literally up to the eye of the consumer. Like, what are you willing to pay to solve this problem? If they're willing to pay it, and it solves the problem, that's a fair trade.
well, muscle guy looks so dumb. His body doesn't match his face. You know what, quick twofold? What the fuck do you look like? Oh, by the way, we're #1 on Kick right now. First stream.
No way, you're trolling.
Nah, I swear to God. I swear to God, look it up.
That's crazy, bro.
I actually
I gotta
don't even
get
know. I
checked.
don't even know how that's possible, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
I literally just pulled up.
Wait, Demir Basseri just texted me.
Yo, say the N word or something so we can
Cookie
go
King.
more viral.
Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Cookie King just texted me, bro. I need to get him on.
How
I'm
do
FaceTiming.
yeah, join him. Nah, put him in the Discord, bro.
Oh, he's hanging up.
Nah.
He's hanging up. He's crashing out.
Why is he crashing out? Oh, he doesn't like that we're talking about him?
Yeah, yeah, no, he's crashing.
Is he like that? Like, does he just trip
Bro,
out? Okay, I'm
no,
gonna be real.
not at all.
I just like trip out over like nothing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't, not never to someone I don't really know. Like, I'm not gonna be texting you after this being like, yo, like fucking I like lost my shoe. You know what I mean? But like sometimes like I can relate, bro, because like I just be crashing out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I just get fucking. Jeez, I don't know if any of y'all can relate to that.
No, when I say crashing out, I'm not even talking about
Oh, he
like when I
doesn't.
say crashing out, I'm saying like he like just like ate a bunch of crumble cookie and stuff. Like he doesn't crash out like getting mad. Like he would not care if we were talking about him at all.
Yo, my actually one question I have for you is what do you do? And I'm sure you actually like help him out, but what do you do as a friend to like try and help him out? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I've done everything in my absolute like will to try to help Cookie, bro. I like tell him like you should be eating this. I say you should be doing this. I like have heart to heart talks where we talk for like hours of like, bro, like dude, do it for yourself, like do it for your friends, like we care about you. And it doesn't work, but like I try.
Damn. I mean, as long as you try, bro. But I can tell you got love for him because of the way like you're animated when you speak on him. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't say nothing.
I do love Cookie, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
actually.
Nah, that's good. That's what we all fucking strive to have friends like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's do a few more ratings, guys. So if you guys want to fucking have this looks maxer rate someone, actually, what would you rate me?
What What would I rate you?
Yeah.
Huh. I couldn't give a fair assessment because I'm talking to you. Realistically, I could. I would. I've never.
You won't hurt my feelings. Don't worry.
No, I don't think I would. But I literally like I can't rate someone in front of me. That's like one thing I've never done. I can't do it. It's impossible. Actually, wait. If you really want me to, I think I can. Okay, wait. Let's do it. Let's do it. You'll be the first person I've ever done that. Okay.
You just made it weird, bro.
Let's see. Okay, what would I would say. Okay, what are we talking? Are we talking purely facially, or are we talking?
Nah, fuck no. Let's just do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I think everything. You have a good SMV. So I would say, what did I rate Bradley Martin? I rated him a 7, right? If Bradley Martin's a 7, I feel like he's probably more rich. So I would say you'd have to be a 6.5, which is good. Like I said, if Bradley's a 7, like think about that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't mind. Okay, cool. Yeah, bro. Where I don't even know. Do you like cars? Do you fuck with cars?
My roommate has a C8.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not materialistic at all.
Yeah.
I'm just
you're like Dylan O'Brien. You know Dylan O'Brien? He was like making videos
I met him,
yeah, he's making videos about how he had like made $100,000 per month on coaching, and he drove like some shitty like 2009 car that was like breaking down. You know what I'm saying? What would you buy?
Yeah,
like you have all this money. What are you purchasing? Are you just investing back into your business, or are you? Because like how old are you again? Like fucking 20?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Yeah, so what does a 20-year-old do with, like, let's say you make $100K per month. I'm not sure how much you make, but you probably make around there. Like, what do you even do at that point? Like, do you go to the club? Do you buy hookers, cocaine, anything like that? I'd be buying a lot of cocaine, to be honest.
I have a really overpriced
Don't get into
apartment.
cocaine, though. Don't get into cocaine.
I'll try.
You would?
But yeah,
It's good the first time.
No, I wouldn't try. I'm saying I'll try not to get on it. I'm not gonna do cocaine.
Okay.
I don't do drugs.
I was like, yo, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'll play.
Reddit True Tide. So, wait. What I was saying though is the only thing I have that's expensive is my apartment, and I'm downgrading because I just don't mess with it. It's like $6,400 a month, but I have a roommate, so it's like $3,200. But I'm getting a different one. I live in Brickell, Miami, so that's like a crazy place, I guess. But
okay, let me ask you about that, man. Honestly, like, what's it like living in Miami? Because like a lot of people go there and they're trying to improve their business, be like a better man. But it seems to me, from when I've been there, it's like you say you're not a materialistic person. It seems like that's all there is there. And like I feel like while it might be competitive, I feel like there's like a lot of hedonism and distraction. So how do you navigate that? And like, what are your honest thoughts on Miami and living there?
bro, Miami is like the reason people become successful in like the Miami effect is because they're like, oh shit, I need to make money fast. I'm just gonna scam people, and like that's how they like make their money. The reason I like being here is because I'm actually very, very locked in. Like I just work all day, every day. Like that's what I enjoy doing. And the reason I like being here is because people just come to me instead of me having to go to them. So like literally I live in like the dead center of Miami, like where everyone comes. So like no joke, people like random people, like content creators, whoever will be like, yo, I'm in Miami. I'll be like, oh, let me just come downstairs, and I'll just go down. And then, so that's why I live here. I don't live here because I don't even like go to clubs or anything like that.
Yeah. So it's more so for like the connections. Oh, you're 20, you can't even get in.
Yeah, I can't even get in.
That's funny. I mean, I'm sure they let you in, to be honest, but
yeah, I've got it. I've been to one like crazy club thing with like some UFC fighters and stuff.
Oh yeah, bro. I was there this weekend. There was the weirdest fucking I was in Montreal for like the UFC, and I was at like I was going to the after parties. I'm in this hallway like walking, and I see PK Subban, who's like the GOAT like black hockey player, fucking Jay Cutler, like former Mr. Olympia bodybuilder, and then like Top 5, and you probably don't know Top 5, but he's like a rapper from Toronto, and then what's his name, Steiny and Bob Menery from Nelk, and they're just all there. I'm like, yo, what is this collab? Like, what is this crossover?
Yeah,
and then I was there too, and I'm like, yo, like, Should I like get a picture of this or something?
Did you
Like,
talk to him?
I talked to Steiny.
I've seen Steiny, bro.
Yeah. What would you rate him? What would you rate Steiny?
I'm not gonna rate Steiny.
Why?
I'm not gonna rate
Why?
Steiny. I can't rate Steiny.
Why not? He looks like a young DiCaprio.
He actually kind of does.
He
Wait,
actually,
not like,
I wasn't
Yeah.
kidding. Like he actually does.
no, he looks like an old DiCaprio, but not in like the
Yo.
worst way. But yeah, I wouldn't rate Steiny.
Damn, he doesn't even get a rating, bro. That's crazy.
Nothing against Steiny, you know. I just wouldn't rate him.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling him. I'm telling you, you're a disrespecter. He's gonna call.
Bro.
He's gonna call his shooters on you, bro.
All right, you know what? I have beef with him, bro. Because when I saw Steve will do it, and I went to say hi, and I saw him, and he was like giving me the cold shoulder. Not really. That's like completely blown out of proportion. Please don't clip that.
Yeah.
Nothing actually happened. Nothing happened.
Yeah. Someone said, have him explain the Lance Baker beef.
What?
Is that real or is that just cap?
He's like an old friend of mine.
Oh, so there's no beef. It's just like y'all don't hang out.
Yeah, it's just like
Okay.
we don't really talk.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. You know, friends fall out. What would you rate? What would you rate K Shammy?
K Shami. Okay. K Shami's very attractive.
He's also been making videos on like surgery and stuff like that, like how he might do it or something.
Dude, I'm telling you, Clav changed the game. Like, people are just being real. But let me get to the okay. Rate K Shami. If I had to rate him, if I'm a 5.5, K Shami is, in my opinion, like I think he's a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a 7.
Would you fuck him?
I think he's parallel with Clav. Yeah, I think he's parallel with Clav.
You would fuck him. I said, would you fuck him? You said, yeah.
No.
You wouldn't? Or not?
Probably not.
He's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, he is. But I non-answer.
Are you homophobic?
Actually, no, not at all.
So why wouldn't you have sex with him?
Because that doesn't well, like it's like a little bit different of a scenario, you know. I mean, would you? I think that's the better
I
question.
think the most masculine thing you could do is fuck a dude, because it really just
Wait,
means
that's
you don't-
literally true though. If you think about it.
really dominating another man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I have a better question then. Would you run it with K Shami or Bradley Martin?
Like a run a fade or have sex?
The second option.
I feel like K Shami like looks more like a girl. A little more feminine. Like if I had to pick, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck guys. I only fuck women, but
Oh, dude.
Oh, I have a good one. Would you rather fuck? Like it's biologically a woman, however, she looks exactly like Hulk Hogan, or fuck a man that looks exactly like Megan Fox?
These are crazy questions.
would you rather do?
You answer that? Can you answer that?
I would rather fuck the dude that looks exactly like Megan Fox.
Really?
I would say fucking a girl that looks exactly like Hulk Hogan would be more gay, to be honest. Andrew Tate had the same answers.
I don't even like know where to begin on that, bro.
Come on,
That's
you
like
can't
an
not
actual,
answer it. You
that's
join
an
the
actual
stream, you gotta
non-answer.
answer it.
That's like a non-answer. Like I
Why?
can't even answer that.
Why? No, suicide
That's
is not
like-
an option. You gotta do it.
Okay, Fate of the Universe. I'm going. Dude, I guess Megan Fox.
Yeah, I guess, right? You know, because
I guess
at
Megan
least
Fox.
it looks like Megan Fox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
That's funny as fuck.
The Hulk Hogan thing is crazy though. Oh, dude.
Yeah, imagine it's like, fucking brother, I'll fuck your fucking ass right now. I don't know how Hulk Hogan talks. Do you ever watch wrestling?
Not really, bro. I never found it interesting.
Damn, I was gonna have you rate like a WWE motherfucker.
I do know WWE people. Dude, I hate rating people. I feel like I should have specified that. I don't really care.
You can.
Actually, I don't really care. I don't know.
I
I don't really
I
care.
could like rate physiques, but I couldn't like rate someone because I feel like I'm not as educated on looksmaxing, because like I think I get a pretty good handle on it, and then I read like a comment section. And it's just motherfuckers talking about like fucking like the mitochondria of your fucking left like toenail making your jaw,
Mandibular projection.
your mandibular projection, your ocular rift like fucking off. Like it's like,
Ocular
dude,
rip.
I don't even know
Bro,
what's
the
going
thing
on
is
at that
like,
point.
it's hard. It's hard to realistically rate people because it's just like I feel like I can at least be honest with myself though. Like I'm very honest with myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
That gives you more credibility. So, wait, I have a question for you though.
What up?
Okay, would you rather and you're getting okay, would you rather get clapped by Ronnie Coleman or Bradley Martin?
Well, what's the difference? Like, one's just Ronnie Coleman, one's Bradley Martin. Like,
Actually, I guess
like you gotta make it like a bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like the Megan Fox question. There's like a contrast there. Like you're just
yeah,
saying,
there's a
would you rather
contrast.
fuck a jack dude or fuck another jack dude who's black?
Yeah, no, that's true. Ronnie Coleman,
Okay.
dude. I don't know. Wait, that just like
You,
confused
you
me,
should
bro.
you should just ask a normal question, bro. If you have one, I feel like you don't, but if you did,
Dude, my brain is like fried at this point.
yeah.
After that,
You
after
can't,
like
you
the,
can't
I
hang,
can't
dude.
recover
You
from
can't
the
hang.
Megan Fox
I
question.
could,
I'm not
I
gonna
could
lie.
do this shit all day, man. I could clip farm forever. Would you ever get tatted?
Uh, yeah. We get well, maybe, yeah. I would say so.
Would you like get like your arm tatted, leg, like what?
I think a tough spot would be like under the ear,
Mm.
like here,
What
like a
would you
line.
get? Would you get like a rose?
Bro, I would literally get a line from like here that just goes like I just think that would be tough, like a line.
Bro, I was out like 2 weeks ago, and this girl like came up to me. She's like, "You look like you have like a rose or a clock tattoo somewhere on your body," and I was like, "Fuck you."
Do you?
Nah. She's basically just trying to say I look basic as fuck, and I was like, "Yo, like I don't know if this is your way of flirting, but it's not working. You're fucking clapped."
Did it?
But I didn't
What?
say that. I didn't say
How's your
that.
experience?
Huh?
Wait. How's your experience with girls? Like before the ascension, before like the you got jacked.
Yeah.
Has your experience changed at all with girls?
It's hard to say like exactly like why I do better with women now because like I'll be honest guys, like a lot of your success with women comes down to like maturity. So like when you're in high school, you're going to make a lot of dumb mistakes cuz like you don't know how to like date, you don't know how to like control a conversation, you don't know how to like be confident in yourself, like when you get in your first relationship, you might be like 15, 16 and then you're arguing with your girlfriend, she makes you fucking apologize for some shit you didn't even do. Like that was like all of us, you know what I'm saying? But as you get older, more mature, you get better with women. But like obviously like I started lifting and I definitely noticed a big improvement in the case of like initial attraction, but like when I actually got around to like speaking to women one on one, like I've literally never had like a problem getting girls, to be honest. And now it's like really easy. I have a girl at the moment, but like as far
And
as
it's
like
still easy even with a girl.
yeah, I got a couple, you know what I'm saying? Not playing. But like I don't know cuz like girls like hit me up in my DMs, right? But like obviously at that point it's like she probably just wants like clout or something cuz if it's like a gym girl or whatever, like I've had so many like gym girls like message me being like, "Oh, do you want to make content with me?" cuz like they saw like maybe the video I did with Sarah that did like really well or some other girl. But I would say like it definitely helps. I've noticed like an improvement in terms of like initial attraction, but as far as like dating, like I don't really know what it is.
Okay, that makes sense.
I feel like it must though, right? Because like if you're just more of like a rarity, like she's not gonna want to lose you. You know what I mean? So like the more aspects you can be like elite in, if you have an elite physique, that's never gonna make it worse, right? Like obviously, if you have like a lot of money, like that's never gonna be a bad thing, right? You might not necessarily need it to pull girls, but does it help? Like of course. How about you?
What's the question?
How is your, well, I mean, obviously, like, I think you did, like, make a gym transformation too, but, like, obviously it was more so, like, looks maxing. So did that improve your shit with girls or what?
Yeah, but the issue is I did it at such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, I don't know. I went from like not getting any girls, but then after I got my first girlfriend, I guess it changed my mindset and made me realize like getting girls is like not that hard. And
Mm-hmm.
I just focus on like other stuff. So like I don't know. I don't really care about getting a girl at all. But I would say it's never been easier ever since I've started just focusing on other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I think the number one thing that girls, like, look for in terms of, um, like, a guy is, like, this sounds bad, but if you just don't give a fuck about them, like, that's usually the easiest way to get with them. Because she'll be like at first like looking at all these like superficial things. How tall are you? How fucking hot your face is? How's your body? How's your money? Whatever. But if she's a pretty girl and she gets the sense that like yo, she can walk by you 100 times, you won't even look at her. She's gonna be like, why isn't he looking at me? You know what I mean? There's like like there's interest because of that.
Bro, that's definitely true. I won't even like go in detail. Recent times, bro, I like don't have time to like I genuinely don't have time to talk to certain girls. So like the girls that are like give me attention when I just like don't care, like I'll literally forget to text them for like 2 days or like a few days. They go crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past, whenever I would text a girl and like respond every day and like always instantly respond, I swear that's like the worst thing you can do. Like by
Yeah.
far, it's the worst thing. Like the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is just not really pay attention to them. But like not just like
Yeah.
intentionally not pay attention, like actually make yourself busy.
Yeah, for
Like
sure. No, if you don't have motion, like it's like what the fuck are you doing? Like you're just a bum at that point. But now the caveat, like the nuance there is you can't do that to your girlfriend because like if you have like a legitimate relationship, like you can't just not text her. You know what I mean? She's gonna feel some type of way. That's why a lot of girls cheat actually is because they feel like abandoned by their fucking boyfriend. They feel like they want to feel that like love again. So like they'll search for it elsewhere. That's like why a lot of
wait, that's
girls
true.
cheat. So that like really works, but it's more so in um like for like casual dating as opposed to like relationship dating. The way you become successful in terms of not giving a fuck with your girlfriend is, you know, you're respecting her, you're treating her well, but if she just up and leaves and you didn't do anything wrong, like you're not bothered, like you're still secure, and like if she knows that, she will not fucking leave you, especially if you're good at sex. If you're bad at sex,
Last part.
you're pretty cooked because like that's like probably the number one thing you need to be good at to like get your girl to like listen to you, to be honest.
Wait, really?
100%. If you
Wait, how can you be good?
at
What does it
sex,
take?
well, I mean,
Yeah, what does it
I'm not
take?
gonna like drop like a fucking tutorial, but like, I mean, you need like a decent sized dick, cause like, bro, the amount of girls I've talked to that are like, yeah, I love my boyfriend, but his dick small is like a lot. But you can actually like look smacks your dick. Like, there's something FitX Fearless talks about. It's called PE. So if you have like a tiny Johnson, I've looked into it. I've never done it. I didn't really feel the need, but like you can make your dick grow like half an inch to like an inch even if you like use this device. But I'm pretty sure you have to like wear it all day. So maybe if you have like a desk job, like you'll need to like, you know, that can,
Yeah, if you have a desk job, you can do it though.
yeah, you just sit at your desk with the fucking
No, I've seen
thing
that.
around your cock. Yeah, but
Yeah, I've seen Fit walk around with like a giant tube, bro. I always wondered what that was.
yeah, but I mean, like the better advice is just like make sure like she finishes before you. To be honest, so like if you're good, like you're good. If you're not so good, like I don't know, maybe eat her out, figure out where her fucking clit is, so you can like actually fucking touch that shit, and then she'll be chilling.
Don't you think it's not possible? Bro, okay, that's a dilemma. I feel like for a lot of guys, bro, is like, bro, don't you think like if a guy isn't attractive, isn't it wouldn't you say it's like impossible for like a girl?
What do you mean by that? If a guy's not attractive, what?
A girl could not finish if a dude's not attractive, right?
Well, oh yo, you're fucking
Yeah, it's over. It's officially over.
Is it actually?
Wait. Let me fix this.
You can join.
I think my camera overheated.
You can.
This might be the goodbye. Wait, let's see. Let's see if this works.
Damn, because I low-key wanted to answer this. Okay, cool. Nah, so the thing is about attraction and like women that I've noticed. So like obviously like all these things we've talked about are like very like specific scenarios. When you look at like overall, like a woman's perception of you isn't strictly based on if you're chopped, it's based on the overall, right? So if you're really funny, she's going to believe you're more attractive, right? If you have all these qualities that she's specifically looking for, like you might literally not be that good looking, but to her, she will perceive you as good looking, you know what I mean? And that's reinforced by the fact that you're literally in bed with her, you know what I'm saying? So obviously she chose you for a reason. So no, like you don't have to be like fucking super good looking to make a girl finish. And like also if you're good at sex, she's gonna think you're more attractive just based off that, because like so many guys are bad at sex. Like a lot of guys just like ram their fucking dick in a bitch and like they come and they don't give a fuck about how the girl feels. Like I don't know, that's honestly like what it comes down to most of the time.
Dang, yeah, no, that's true.
I should sell a course on this shit, to be honest.
Yeah, no, you gotta drop that. You gotta drop that.
Would you buy it? You wanna?
I would buy it.
Yeah,
I'd buy
join
it.
the mentorship, bro.
I'd 100% buy
DM
it.
me the word DM me the word wet pussy and you join that one-on-one coochie mentorship.
Oh, bro. Shoot, wait, there was something. Oh, wait. So I don't know if you can answer this. Do you have a type? Because you have a girlfriend. I don't know if you can answer that.
No, I can definitely answer it. I mean, like to me, if you're attractive, you're attractive. Like I don't really have like a type. Every girl I've dated though has had like brownish brownish fucking blonde hair and like green eyes. And one girl had black hair and blue eyes. And so it's like kind of like that. That's like for long-term dating, but like I'm pretty sure for just like casual dating, I've literally dated like every single race. And yeah. So I don't really know. I don't think so. How about you?
Bro, I have like the same type. That's like kind of crazy. Brunettes with like light eyes. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, that's
every
just,
time I always end up with him.
I feel like light eyes are just like OP, you know what I mean? Like if you're a guy with light eyes, like that's fucking fire. And obviously like I think chicks with, you know, green or blue eyes are fire. But like there's also like that's the thing, like I know girls with brown eyes that are fucking hot, so like it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, wait. Let me say something that I'm like realizing more and more. Or like I already knew this, but bro, so here's the thing with you. You're like 6'2", right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the thing that like, bro, I never understand how a guy is like that tall and like highly insecure, because bro, if you have a good frame, like you have any amount of muscle and you're like that tall, bro, I swear girls forget everything else, bro. Like I've seen it. And like even that's me being like a quote unquote looks maxer, like face, bro. Like I feel like any dude of your stature is gonna have an easy time with girls if they actually have like any level of personality, bro.
I mean, it's definitely, but it also depends where you meet the girl, right? So if you're like talking about in a club setting, then yeah. But if you're talking about like other settings, then like not necessarily, right? So like what type of girl are you going for? Are you trying to get a girl that's like just trying to hook up with like the because like the thing is, when you're like at the club or whatever, like I work security, like it's a standoff between like who's like the most masculine, who like controls the room, like all this stuff. So like height and stuff's like a big factor. But if you're trying to get a girl that's like into reading and at the coffee shop, like yeah, you know, she might enjoy a taller man too. But at the end of the day, that's not what that particular woman is like into as much, right? And there's tons of, bro, I've met girls who are like gymnasts, and they're dating a guy who's also a gymnast, who's like 5'3", and that's what she's into because she's a gymnast and he's a gymnast, and it's like finds him hot because he's good at the thing that she really likes. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit just like if you're like fucking 5'1" and you're going into the nightclub and you're like, oh, like I only fucking pulled like one girl or something, like it's I'm cooked. Like no, it's just like, bro, you're at the club, like you're putting yourself in like a disadvantaged state. You know what I'm saying? And also the reason that in that situation they're not considering the face is, bro, they can't fucking see your face in the club. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
you go
that's true.
outside, and then I've literally seen this working security. I work the door. A girl is bringing a guy outside to get an Uber to fuck him. She sees his face with the light and then leaves. Like, I've literally seen that happen, bro.
That's
So,
crazy.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I think bro, like you gotta you're only 20. I mean, I'm not much older than you. I'm 22, but like I feel like you should just go out more and just see it for yourself.
No. That's the thing is, like I said, I don't even like focus on that. I have no issue with like girls. Like I said, my rule of thumb is this. Literally, and by the way, I have to go like any second, but I'll end it with this, bro. This is the thing with like looks maxing, bro. You don't looks max to get girls. You looks max for every other thing. Getting girls is literally just a threshold thing. If you are above, like slightly above average, that's like enough. Like that's literally enough to get like most girls. Cause then you can just maximize your other stats, like get rich, give it. Even if you're below average, if you like get rich, get a really good personality, do all that, you can still get girls. Like it's not like, but then yeah, there's like a whole nother lore about being like a dude who's like rich, who's like kind of ugly that gets girls, but that's a whole different topic. But yeah.